Okay, here we are, December 23rd. I've put the hood over the fuel tank so it's all encapsulated now so we don't get any fumes up in the cabin area. As you can see, that's the aft cabin wall, that's the stern in the back. This is the battery box area. I'll be putting four 4D batteries in here. I put some tie downs along with, you can see the bolt holes that they'll bolt through. Down inside there is the bilge pump, the forward bilge pump. That's the high water alarm sitting there. This is going to be where the battery cables will come out of the boxes, and I can lace them along here. This will be electrical fuses, the main battery switches. It'll come on up here. The helm is up above this area, because that's the bow area. So you can see I got the supports down here where the water tanks will be sitting on. That gets black foam. This gets black foam along in the side here. These strips here will get foam on them. They will bend at that level of the water tank that's going to be laying in there. And that's the water tank, so you can see the profile. So we have the fittings ready to go, and I'm just getting ready to set that, but I have to put my soundproofing in. So you can see that I have, that's the hood coming through, so it's open to the aft area. So fumes, if there is any, and there should never be any fumes, will come out this area here, and I'll have bilge blowers, 4-inch bilge blowers, one on each side of the tanks, and then one hose that'll come down into the low point. So that's the fuel tank. That's the vent, 3/4 inch vent from the forward, and then I have another 3/4 inch vent right there. That brass will come out. Brass will not stay. Brass is bad with aluminum, extremely bad. So only stainless, and I have special PTF thread Loctite product for all my threads. Special clamps that are rated, you know, I double clamped up here for this vent since it's pretty much buried. That's where we're at today. So the first water tank's in. I have it bedded with 1/2-inch Armaflex foam all the way around it. 1/2-inch flex, Armaflex in here. Brought these straps up, they're welded inside, and brought them up, stuck them under here, welded them, then I ran a bead of silicone along the outside edge all the way down so that it won't bounce up at all. And that's one of my vacuum hoses that stick down in the very low spot. So I'll run this up so when I need to make sure all the water's out of the boat, and it's back in there and it's strapped away. So I got the two stainless fuel tanks in place. They're piped across. That'll be my fill, and that comes down and equalizes side to side to each tank. That's the vent. That's the vent. They're 3/4 inch vents. So when you put your hose in up top at the dock, it starts filling, they start equalizing. As you can see, I have my cross around here. I got a drain down at the bottom. I'll show you anyway. That's my crossover that feeds out of the top. So that's my little pressure tank, my pump right there with the wires on it. The brass will come out. The brass fitting is just to keep stuff from going in. That valve there is to drain everything for winterizing. I also have another valve in there. You can just see the red handle. That's to drain the crossover. So I went 1.5 inches across for my fill back and forth. That's my intake coming in, a strainer into the tanks. Now I'm going to measure and put a shroud over this. It'll shroud all the way from the face backed in here, this will be my ultrasonic sender unit. I have to protect it. That's a vent on the top of it. So it'll get about 1.5 feet wide shroud over top of it for protection.